Cheers, happy Homebrew Wednesday. So this week I have some footage of a brew day that I had this weekend. So I will wait to talk about that for the clips. Right now I'm drinking it's a local here from St. Now I'm going to say it wrong. Stillwater. It's a Lethbridge hop dish. It's an IPA. It's delicious. It's got potluck of 7 different hop varieties. So one of the beers, the Surly that broke in the package to Ryan, I wanted to replace and asked him if he had ever had that, and he said no. So I'm going to send one of those to him. It's delicious, Ryan. Drinking one right now. Beer mail is great because, you know, I have an excuse to buy that, and then my wife won't complain because I have to buy it for the brew tubers, right? What else is going on? Really not a whole lot else. So again, there's more footage after this, so I won't ramble on. One cool thing I'm going to try, Puka will love this, Pumpkin Batch Sam Adams. I think it's a Saison. But I thought I'd try it. It was on special at our liquor store. Dog shaking. What I'm going to do tonight, and if it works out, I will update you guys. But I just am having a hard time drinking that extract porter I made. So I am going to degas the keg, open it up, and I'm going to put a little bit of vanilla extract in there. I think like half an ounce. And see if that helps it out a little bit. Because I'm going to end up dumping it. If that can help it, a little bit of extract help to be drinkable, then we'll try that. So if that turns out, I'll do a little clip on it. But that's really it for me, guys. No brew plans in the immediate future, but I'm sure I'll be brewing something soon. All right, cheers, guys. Go Pack Go. Hey, guys. Brewing this morning, and first I got you on the selfie stick, so apologize if it's not good. This is my first time, but brewing, and guess what I am brewing today? A chocolate milk stout. Yes, the beer was delicious that I brewed a couple weeks ago. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the camera. It was delicious. I brewed a couple weeks ago. Took a sample. It's delicious. Transferred it to the secondary. Something happened. Either the cocoa nibs infected it, or I'm thinking that my siphon is what the problem is, because in that stout, I didn't use the siphon to transfer it from the kettle into the fermenter. I just dumped it, and then so what happened is it started showing signs of fermentation again, and it dropped the gravity way down, and it stopped now, but now it tastes pretty much like rubbing alcohol. So there's really no like hazy layer on the top or anything, and it's not really cloudy. What I'm assuming is a wild yeast got in there and fermented it down a little bit more, and it just tastes terrible. I'm going to let it sit for a while and see if it ages and does something. So I'm brewing it again. So what I'm going to do is, after this, I'm going to put in a clip of me tasting that beer before and show you why I'm brewing again. It was the best beer I've ever made. So as you can see here, got the blanket, the mash tun. I got water heating up for the sparge. I'm about to take a pH reading, so the recipe's all the same. The only thing I'm doing different is I'm not adding cocoa nibs this time. If that was maybe a potential cause of the infection, and it's chocolatey enough without it. I mean, there's 2 pounds of dark malts in this, so I'm just going to try to recreate what I had before. I just wish I would have transferred it right to the keg after 2 weeks. It was awesome. So I'm not going to show much. I don't think I'm going to show really any brewing footage, but maybe I'll come back after it's all said and done and kind of show you guys, I don't know, just tell you the numbers and how it worked. Packers are on tonight. Excited for that. I'm going to get this done before that. Cheers, guys. Hey, guys. So I'm going to give you a sample of the stout quick. It finished at 10:26. So started at 10:62 to 10:26. The reason it finished so high is because of the lactose in it. It's 4.7%. So what I did again is I added 4 ounces of cacao nibs, and I've had a little sip, and it tasted great, smelled great. Let me pour it in a glass and give you the half full taste here. All right, there it is. I've had a few drinks today. Go Packers. But I left this sit for 2 weeks, and it was done within, I would say, 3 days, 3.5 days. Past that, it was just bubbling, degassing. So I let this sit a long time after primary fermentation was done, and I think it really helped it out. So let me give you the aroma. Chocolate, sweet, coffee. The smell to me is very reminiscent of the Bent Paddle Black. Now I sent that to Mash Paddle. It's, this is the best aroma I've gotten in a stout, porter, anything. Hands down, the aroma, to me anyway, is commercial quality. Even better. I mean, it's just, it's everything I wanted. There's no esters. There's from the SO4, which can happen. Very well controlled fermentation. It smells awesome. All right, and I guess the aroma, it's dark. This thing, I mean, SO4 attenuates like crazy. There's no yeast in it, and it's opaque. I mean, you can't see through it even with the light. So let's go for the flavor. If you can't tell, I'm excited. It's it's chocolatey. It tastes like a candy bar. It's chocolatey. It's got a lot of coffee, and that lactose, it just makes it, you know, sweet. It's not thin, but it's thin enough to be drinkable. Oh, it's delicious, guys. So the anxiety in me now is I added those cacao nibs, and what happened is I put it in the container, and the vodka kind of either evaporated or soaked into the nib, so I had to add a little bit more today. So I added, you know, probably at least 3 or 4 shots of vodka to it. In a 5-gallon recipe, I don't think that's going to add a whole lot of flavor. But, you know, now I'm worried about possibly an infection, or by not being sanitized enough, or adding a real strong alcohol taste. I hope I didn't screw it up by adding the cacao nibs. I'm honestly wishing now that I would have just kegged this, because right now this is the best beer I've ever made. Hands down the best beer. It's, man, I wish I would have waited to send beers to Mash Pal and Ryan, because I would have sent this and been actually proud of it. It's delicious, guys. So again, 4.7%, not strong. Go down well with, I like when I watch football, have a Bloody Mary and a, you know, we call them in Wisconsin or Minnesota snit. So this would go great with it. You know, the peppery, spicy taste, and this, I'm excited, guys. Cheers, and I'll probably throw in a clip of me talking about this again, but cheers, go Pack, go. All right, brew day is done. Guys, this is actually my Hop Experiment beer. It was super clear the first pour I had, and then I mixed up the bottles in a bomber. So, boy, this is, brewed this in March, the end of March, so April to now, almost 5 months old. So, and honestly, it tastes the same. Hops have faded a lot, in the nose, but the taste is pretty similar. So I'm done with my brew day, and my numbers this time. Last time, my estimated pre-boil gravity was 1046. The same this time, obviously. And last time was 1048. And this time I was I can't read my handwriting, 1050, I think. But estimated OG 1065. This time I got 1067. And this time I have the right amount in the fermenter. It's about 5.5 gallons. So everything went the same, did the same additions, mash pH was the same, and I paid even more attention this time. I got the yeast down to 72 degrees, rehydrated SO4, and I got it to 73. The wort was at 72. So I pitched the yeast into the wort at almost less than a degree difference. And now that's in my chamber. I think it's at 70. It's cooling down to 66. So everything went well. So we will see if I can recreate what I did. So that's it. Hopefully I have some other footage that I'm going to show you. But cheers, guys. Go Pack Go.